That's the one thing I hate. I hate when people try to play me like I'm stupid. Because I'm not. She eventually, we tried working on a relationship when we first broke up because of the girl. But every time I'd be like, you have to leave her alone, she would say okay, but she would still keep talking to the girl. Now, mind you, the messages that I saw were just inappropriate. And I knew that if she kept talking to the girl, something was bound to happen between the two of them if it haven't happened already. In which I felt like it did, but I trusted her. And I knew her enough to know that it didn't. If I had to explain it, I would say that it was pre-cheating. It's like, okay, if they get the opportunity, something's gonna happen. I didn't like that idea. So then I was like, okay, it's time to straighten up. She started talking to other people. That's something she never did. She was faithful throughout the whole relationship, just about, and up until like the last 4 months. I was like, okay, it's time to get yourself, it's time to straighten up, Tiebreaker, get your act together. Because now you see that she has the potential to leave. She's probably going to. Somebody's showing her somebody's giving her the affection you didn't give. Somebody's happy every day. Somebody's happy to see her every day. Somebody's complimenting her. Not that I didn't compliment her, but I don't know. When you hear it from other people, I guess it just means more. So, we got back together. At least we tried. She said, "Yeah, I'll cut her off. I'll stop talking to her because you mean more to me than anything." And I think she may have cut her off one time for a couple of days, but then they were back talking again. So I was just like, what is it if you haven't slept with the girl or done anything with the girl that she's doing that's making it so hard for you to cut her off? And she kept saying, nothing, I don't know, she's just so sweet, I don't want to hurt her. And the thing was, they had been talking, like when I found the messages, they had been talking for like 2 days. That day that I saw the messages was like the third day. And a couple of days later, I saw a message came through where the girl was like, I won't hurt you either. So I was just like, what are y'all talking about, hurting each other? Like, are y'all dating? Because, I mean, we're trying to work on our relationship. If you are with someone else, there's something I need to know. And she was like, no, we're not dating. I don't know why she would say that. I don't know what we were talking about. I said, okay, well, let me see the messages. And she was like, no. And I was like, why can't you let me see the messages if it's nothing? You don't remember what you were talking about. I can go in there and see for myself. Or you can go read your messages and you can tell me what y'all talking about. She didn't want to do that. So at this point, now she's hiding stuff. I would ask her questions that I felt like I already knew the answer to, but I just wanted the answers from her because I didn't want to assume that what I was thinking was true. So I asked her. She was always like, no, it's not what you think. And they were all games. I feel like it was exactly what I thought it was. I always told her, I feel like it's something more to it than you just not wanting to hurt the girl and her being sweet because you can't cut her off. I used to ask her all the time, have y'all slept together? She'd say no. Do you like the girl? She'd say yeah, if I'm talking to her, of course I like her, but I don't like her like that. I like her. She was like, I don't really even find her attractive. I was like, well, why is it so hard for you to cut her off? Why are you talking to her if you don't think she's attractive? And she was like, I know that it's lust. She admitted finally almost that she was like, I wanted to have sex with her. So I said, okay. Did you? She was like, no. I said, why didn't you? She was like, because deep down I knew that if I did, we wouldn't. And if I did and I told you, we'd never be together again. So she pretty much said, I want to be with you. That's why I didn't do it. At this point, I'm hurt, but I'm more upset that she allowed someone to get that close to her. To make her risk her relationship or lose her relationship, because we broke up, we lost it. But so we talked, and I was like, you know what, you're gonna have to cut her off. And then like she'd go back and forth, she'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna cut her off, you know, I don't care about her enough to lose you or to not cut her off. It's nothing, I don't care. She was just there when you weren't. And I was like, okay, I'll take that, because we went through previous stuff in our relationship, and she talked to me about it all the time. She was just like, you know, I don't feel like you do the stuff that people should do in relationships. You know, I have to ask you for certain things that people in relationships shouldn't have to ask for. So I gave her that. So I gave her that. I was like, okay, I can accept that. So I promised I would get myself together, and I would be who she needed me to be. Time went on. Things just started to get a little bit more suspicious. She came back and she stayed at the apartment. We called ourselves trying to work on the relationship, but it was just different. It was just, you could tell like something was off. She kept talking to the girl. In fact, I think she might have started talking to more than just that girl. And if it wasn't her, then it was someone else. But that was just the person that I knew about. Like, I saw the messages. That's who I knew about. That's the person who wrote her every day. That's the person she was talking to when she wasn't talking to me. That's the person who started to occupy her time. The 4th of July, she came back, and she was supposed to be staying here, but like every day she would leave and be gone all day up until the next day. Like, she would spend the night somewhere else. And she did that for like 4 days straight. Every day I would say something to her. Like, the first night I didn't say anything. I was just like, okay. The second night I was just like, okay, that's disrespectful. I was like, where have you been staying? She said, I've been staying with my coworkers, some guys. And she was, they're shut down from her job. And she was just like, what? It's my shutdown. I'm trying to have fun. What's wrong with that? And I was like, it's fine, but you don't have to spend the night away from here to have fun. You can go wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do. But I think it's just disrespectful for you to go spend the night at somebody else's place. So that was day 2 that I said that. Day 3, she left here. She always came here, and she was here for like an hour or two. just to show her face and to just be like, okay, I'm here. Are you happy? And then she leave. Oh, I'm about to go get something to eat, or I'm about to go swim over my homeboy house, and she would never come back. I called, she wouldn't pick up the call. I would text, she wouldn't text back. And then like I would send like back-to-back messages or call back-to-back, and I still wouldn't get a response. At this point, I'm like, okay, you're not that busy. What are you doing? I don't really know. Anyway. Anywho. What led to the breakup?